Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Of course. Of course, someone else has to do it. Of course. And then I have to come back and continue to rehash. Okay, so let's talk about Spider-Man 3 yet again. Of course. Because that is my mission, to make it known as a sabotage film. So, Matt over there, Matt McMuscles, decided to take a crack at Spider-Man 3. And like usual, I'm always yelling, "Come on! Notice the facts! Can't you notice the facts? You're following the breadcrumbs. Follow the facts. If you find the facts, you'll see it's to be true." And yet, still no one has come to the assumption of where I went to. Of course, no one who has this platform is actually trying to finally do it. So here I am having to explain a little bit more of what he found and how exactly he just kind of dodged some of the facts. / I guess he didn't know. So first things first, I have to talk about Alvin Sargent. Alvin Sargent, he already talked about him and said that he was overwhelmed with the script. In 2014 to 2016, I forgot which time it was. Look at my previous video, like a video way back, and you'll see which year it was. He admitted that they did not want a third movie. They were fine with just having 2 movies and then reboot the franchise. That's what he said, and that's what he thought, and it makes so much sense. Because they threw so much stuff in there. Excuse me. Yeah, it's cold out here. Anyways, what else? Again, Eddie Brock was revealed in the first Spider-Man movie, but they kicked him to the curb, and it's like, now you want to bring him here? Now you want to bring him here. You guys told him that, cut the scene with Eddie Brock in it, and then you didn't think about the future? Now you think about the future? Really? Really, man? It's like he read about the comics. He knows about the comics, and at least Matt is bringing some new puzzle pieces together, which is the reason why Raimi was not truly understand of Venom is because at the 80s, that's when he started making movies. So he didn't have time for comic books anymore. It's time to make movies. Evil Dead 2. So that's why he didn't know the character too much. But he knew that Eddie did exist, and he put Eddie in the Daily Bugle in the first Spider-Man, because we already remember that there was one scene where he said Eddie's been out there for weeks. We have no idea to this day what is the deleted scene with Eddie, but it's most likely at least 1 or 2 scenes with him. We have a photo of the person who actually was supposed to be as Eddie. Apparently, of course, like usual, they recast it. Excuse me. So with that said, apparently in this version of his research, they wanted to up the ante. And I'm like, wait, hold on. So they were okay with Sam Raimi to say, I'm going to do a movie with Dr. Rock and the Lizard. All right. Then during the process, he came to the point of where he's like, well, the Lizard's not going to be in the movie, but check out what we got so far. All right. And now Spider-Man 3 comes along. He gave you Sandman. I'm pretty sure Sandman would have been a good one. And then it turns out that Sandman might have just been part of Spider-Man 3 at his whole entire time, and the Vulture would be Spider-Man 4. It's like, this is Matt McMuscles' research. This is what he led to. I'm not saying in full I think that is correct. I'm just saying what he found. And, well, they wanted to have more appeal. So, here's what he missed. So, the things that he missed is the disc that was in Spider-Man 3. The Spider-Man 3 bonus disc along with Spider-Man 2.1. The sneak preview. It's one of those. Actually, I think it might be Spider-Man 2.1, where they talk about Spider-Man 3, and then Laura Zinskin's right there saying, I came up with the idea of having a love triangle. Isn't it awesome? So that's what he missed. He missed the fact of where the reason why Gwen Stacy was raised up very high in a pedestal is because Laura Zinskin wanted a freaking love triangle in the movie. That's what she wanted. I'm not going to say rest in peace because no, you don't deserve it. I'm sorry, but you don't deserve it. Unless you can tell me there's more things you did to life than this, which right now, this is the only thing I have. And you were a part of Amazing Spider-Man. And then you died. But she had all involvement in Amazing Spider-Man as well. And apparently, to this day, they haven't actually replaced her in the spot of producers. That's kind of interesting. So, we basically have that been told. Apparently, Harry Osborn would have been a side character again, which means that, so it would be exactly what I thought, that you're going to give him more time to build up, you know? So instead of rushing him straight up going for this, you're building him up. And if I remember correctly, it might have been Amy Pascal, actually. It's either Amy Pascal. Yeah, it was Amy Pascal who actually talked about him. Be like, oh, yes, the new Goblin. This is a new one. New person, Harry Osborn. And she was the messed up person. Actually, is it her or Laura Zinskin who was saying, yes, and we can't wait to see what Harry does next because he has so much stuff in the storylines of the comics. Yes, believe, it's like, yeah, for those who actually did not watch the 2.1 special thing for Spider-Man 3, you are lucky because that's what I heard. And guess what I saw when I went to the movie theater? Harry died. So who didn't tell her to shut her damn mouth? Someone should have shut her damn mouth and just said, Harry has a beautiful story to tell. And actually, just say, I don't know what to freaking say. Just say, oh, this is going to be a good one to watch. That's it. That's it. You don't have to freaking put at the end of it. And I can't wait to see what we'll do with the character next. Yeah, you see how much of a burn that was, where it's like truly horrific of what happened there. It's like, oh my gosh. And I know this is a spoiler, but it sucks that you couldn't fix Harry Osborn though. You couldn't fix Harry Osborn though. You couldn't fix him though. You couldn't fix his ass though. It's like, yeah, it's like give him like more armor underneath him so when he goes back, he'll be good. It's like, yeah, so he wouldn't have actually died. It would just be the fact of where the freaking whatever we call them, spears or whatever, they would just be broken. They'll just be bent out of control where it's like, well, you can't kill them now. They're bent. They're bent. They broke off. How are you going to kill them now, Venom? How are you going to kill them now? Well, actually, it was trying to kill Peter, but either way, it's like, yeah, but he stepped in. So, and that's sad that even in the movie that I'm spoiling, they didn't even truly, you know, explain that right. They basically said something in the lines of where it's like, what the fuck? Who wrote this script? It's like, whoa, someone needed to redo that line right there. Someone needed to redo that line. Anyways. Spider-Man 3. So yeah, you had a lot of stuff going on, and it was basically Avi Arad who was responsible, of course, because they not only did that, but we already knew. It's like, I knew already. And of course, I don't think, it's like I have to finish watching it, but I don't think Matt knows either, that not only they want to do spin-offs and make 3 movies for Venom, they wanted to also do that with Sandman. So I'm going to have to finish watching to see if he actually knew. But I think Sandman was just the one that's like, oh, just in case too, because, well, money. And that's what really happened, is that they really wanted money and merchandising and doing that. And it's like, and Avi Arad is an idiot moron who said that the freaking black suit, that's comic accurate, it looks like a gimp suit. This idiot right here, who could have actually have gotten a better freaking suit, he's the one and the reason why we got that. The only reason why it looks even better now is because of Spectacular Spider-Man, and that wasn't even a part of him doing that. I think that's mostly all of it. This is a new shocker that apparently there was going to be a new girl character that Sam Raimi was going to introduce, which that one I do not know. Maybe that would have been Felicia Hardy. Holy freak. If that was Felicia Hardy, well, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense because, well, even though technically the lizard was supposed to be, in the second movie, it makes so much sense that you're introducing another character and running with them. Just like how Eddie Brock, if you guys didn't do stupid crap, he would actually be in the freaking movie universe already. And he'll just show up in the second movie, and then he shows down on his dumbs, and then it's like, I don't know what to say on this one besides it truly is a sabotage film, or they're just complete idiots. I don't know which one to say. Or two birds, one stone, where it's like, oh, well, even if Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man is gone forever, we still have Venom. And it's like, Avi Arad, where the hell is your Legion lies? Tell me where the frick that is. So yeah, that's really the messed up part. I'll be right back. I gotta finish watching this video right quick. I'm almost at the end. And lo and behold, I think he's got it. I think we have someone else who's on the side that it was a freaking sabotage film to begin with. One little touch up from him is the fact of, well, the script wasn't done yet. Yeah, so here's the little thing that he doesn't know, is that the script wasn't done yet, but he wanted Vulture. He wanted Black Cat. There's no way how you could be like, oh, well, and then they scrapped it and that's the end of that because, well, Sony wanted the Lizard. And it's like, I don't think that's part of the part, man. Because how in the world can all that be scrapped and done if they actually got Anne Hathaway to do a screen? She actually had an audition to become Black Cat, and she nailed it. And she nailed it. She was going to be Black Cat. She was going to be Felicia Hardy. And, well, Sam Raimi, since it didn't happen, he knew she was going to do a good job as Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises. Because they both, it's like everyone saw, the ones that were in the room, saw her performance as Felicia Hardy. So thank goodness she got to be a feline after all, but it just sucks that she never actually got to play the role she actually was supposed to play in the first place, Black Cat. So as for Malkovich, yeah, we don't know if he actually got the role. He wants to be a part of the role, but Anne Hathaway was already casted and she already did the performance, and it actually, they said perfect. So there's no way we could easily say that, yeah, it just crumbled like that. It's like, no, they most likely did do a deal. So they did have a deal and they did want to do this. But the messed up part is that they rushed him horribly. It was a horrible rush job that they were like, oh, you only have this certain amount of time to write the script. Then you have this certain amount of time to freaking film the movie. And then it has to reach to the theaters at 2010, some date in 2010. So with all that pressure and all that stuff that Amy Pascal was putting on him, he was like, yeah, well, I'm done with this. And she's like, oh, thank you for not wasting our time and money. Wow. As for the whole lizard thing, well, there wasn't a real fight for him to put the lizard on it because he wanted to do it in the first damn place. The thing is that he was going to visit the lizard sooner or later, But for right now, freaking Dr. Connors became like an actual part of the franchise because in the second movie, he was Peter's teacher, professor. In Spider-Man 3, he helped him out. So I'm pretty sure in Spider-Man 4, he would have been involved either with another class that Peter was taking or something like that. So it makes it even more in depth to where it's like, instead of just putting the lizard out right now, he's going to come later. And as soon as he comes later, it's going to be very touching and messed up pain because he has to add some more little stuff to it, Because yes, in Spider-Man 2, they could have easily made him the lizard and we wouldn't really have an attachment because, well, he had to put an attachment in there. But since Dr. Octopus took so much time from the movie, that attachment had to be dropped. But the attachment has to show up somewhere. So basically, I'm pretty sure maybe in Spider-Man 4, because now you're going to let him have breathing room, where it's like, we only just have to deal with Vulture, Black Cat, and the joke Mysterio. So he's able to actually have a little bit of part in there. So at least the good news is that you'll be able to grow him. So maybe in Spider-Man 5, that's when the lizard comes in. But of course, there's also a note that Spider-Man 4 and 5 was maybe going to become a two-parter. But with that, like I said, it wasn't the fact that they wanted a lizard or nothing at all. You can leave, get to step in. It was more the fact of they put horrible timing on him, put horrible strains on him. And like I always tell you and reveal, what happened when we got a new freaking reboot? Take all the time in the world you can. Oh, you need more time for the movie to be filmed? We can do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we can do that. And it's like, whoa, are you kidding me? So all the time that you could have gave to Sam Raimi, look what you're doing with these guys. Oh, it's okay. Take your time. Oh, you need reshoots? Go for it. You need to rewrite your script? Go for it. We can push back the time of the movie. It's like, and you didn't give that to Sam Raimi. Why? Let me finish it up and then I'll finish this up. He didn't get to it. Yeah, he didn't get to it. He had a little touching point, but he didn't get to it. So yeah, he doesn't know still. It's a sabotage film. As for Sam Raimi, I always backed him up. It's like for me when I was little, when I was a little spider, when it comes to the movie coming out, did I blame Sam Raimi? No. The first thing I did was, this can't be true. This can't be real. Hopefully, when it comes to DVD and VHS, or basically just DVD, they will make the changes to make it better. They'll do it. They'll make the changes to make it better. It's like, yeah, well, that's only if you're part of the test audience. If you're part of the test audience, then they would change it. But it's like, yeah, you weren't a part of the test audience. You were a part of the actual audience who got to see the movie. So I'm sorry. It's just not how it goes. As for Sam Raimi, do I blame Sam Raimi? No. Notice the fact that when I first was like, something's not right with Spider-Man 3, I started looking and, well, lo and behold, it wasn't Sam Raimi who was over here saying crap. The first person who had shots fired of being like, you did it, it was freaking Amy Pascal, Laura Zinskin, and Avi Arad. I'll say his name right for right now, but still Avi Arad is still going to be his name until he cleans up shit. But yes, that's the ones who I know for a fact did all of this shit. Not Sam Raimi. No, because I was on the internet. Why did things change? Because at first it was just Sandman. It's like, I heard that. It's just Sandman whispers. And I think I kind of heard the Vulture, but, you know, I only heard Sandman, and when Sandman showed up, it's like, oh, okay, well, Sandman. And it's like, yeah, but they added the black suit, which they changed, and that took a lot of time to be okay with. Then they had Venom, and I'm like, oh, hell no. Yeah, just know, when it comes to the black suit, Venom always ruins it. He's not cool. He adds mouths. Blech. No, I hate it. I hate Venom. I hate him for making this black suit crap. I'm sorry, but it's true. Agent Venom, at least he made it look better. He made it look good. Yeah, he actually improved on it just a little bit. But with Eddie Brock, no. It's like, yeah, I just don't like the freaking teeth at all. But yeah, I didn't blame Sam Raimi. I would never have struck Sam Raimi. All I would do, if I actually had the positioning to do it, which I could have, but, you know, was write to Avi Arad, Laura Zinskin, Amy Pascal, and the other person I don't remember. I think it was Tom Tomac. Write to those four guys and say, what the hell did you do to this movie? What the fucking hell did you do? And I demand justice to be done. As for the messed up thing of where he mentioned that the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3 revealed, and yes, I know, we tried so hard to get a Spider-Man 3.1. We all tried. That's the best they got. It's like, yes, Spider-Man 3 editor's cut is the best one they got. It's definitely not Spider-Man 3.1. It doesn't have that flair. Only thing they did was little touch-ups, which apparently they did film Penny. They did film the scene with Penny in the sandcastle. The only question is now, which has always been the question, is what is all the deleted scenes they have? That's always been the question. And I never ever actually asked for Spider-Man 1 until just recently. I never asked for Spider-Man 2, but there's something there most likely too. Spider-Man 3, so many. Amazing Spider-Man, so many. More that they didn't show to us. Maybe they showed us all, but I'm pretty sure there might be even more. Amazing Spider-Man 2, yes, they gave us Sun, but guess what? Shayla Woodley's performance was never shown in any of the deleted scenes. So the question is, what is Sony hiding? What are the deleted scenes do they have in the storage? And I know it's messed up to say. The North Korean hackers or whoever hit the wrong thing. They should have hit Spider-Man. Yeah, you freaking got us Annie on freaking whatever to download. But real truth be told, besides the emails, and if they noticed that everyone was looking at emails and looking at Spider-Man, they should have been already went for it and took all the deleted scenes of Spider-Man and leaked them online. That would have been a big slap in the face for Sony, and finally we'll have some justice and we get to understand things. Of course, sadly, the truth could be they might not have the deleted scenes, but then it's like, how did the editor's cut happen then? Because there was like at least 2 scenes that were technically in quotations lost, but they're deleted scenes that they just added in, meaning that they still have those deleted scenes. And the only question is, we need somebody to go in Sony and straight up get everything. That's what we need. We need a plant to go into Sony and give us all the deleted scenes. It's like Sony apparently is okay with leaking. They did so many leaking, but when it comes to the deleted scenes, no. You only get to see it in the actual trailers that they gave us and TV spots. That's it. They're not going to give us the actual deleted scenes unless it's ones that they choose, but they're not going to give us like all of them. And that's what we really deserve. All of them. I'm still here. I'm not going to go anywhere. Waiting until finally Sony tells the freaking damn truth. Avi Arad told the damn truth, but that's not all. You need to tell the full truth. You were planning for Spider-Man 3 to go down. You were planning it to be a sabotage film. The good news is that you'll get money along the way, but sabotage the film, get a new franchise, oh man, and you have full control over it. Of course, this was the bloody plan. And with that, I'm still here until they tell the truth. I'm out. Peace.